Hi guys, and welcome back to Plus Size Jess. Today I am going to be doing my get ready with me. So I'm going to be showing you my favorite makeup products and what I wear during my videos. I do have a birthmark here along with some acne and a lazy eye. So I do try to minimize my flaws as much as possible. And so if you are like me and you have, rosacea or dark circles under your eyes, I'm just going to be showing you my favorite products. Okay, so the first item I like to start with is a really old product, which I'm embarrassed that I still have. But when you pay so much for your makeup, you definitely want to use it as long as you can. This product that I use for my concealer is called Erase Paste by Benefit. It has a new name now. It's called the Boi-ing, I think it's called the Brightening Concealer. So just using up the last little bit here in my pot, and I will be replacing it with the Boi-ing Brightening Concealer. I love this concealer because it's a nice thick coverage and it matches my skin tone really well. And I just use my fingers to rub it in because it warms the product up and gets it nice and deep into my pores here. And it really provides just all day long lasting coverage. And as you can see, it's doing an excellent job of covering this dark birthmark that I have on my face. It's a raised birthmark, so you'll still be able to see it when I'm done with my makeup application, but it'll be considerably lighter. And so I just go in and make sure I get all those little lines, those birthmark dark spots covered. If you have a tattoo that you need to hide, I do recommend this product. It's one of the best I've found as far as being able to hide and conceal, any imperfections in your skin. Most of the concealers that I use aren't, or I've tried in the past, are just not strong enough really to provide the lasting coverage that I'm looking for. And then it's a pretty thick, creamy concealer. So I've been meaning to get a lightweight concealer to use under my eyes, but I don't have any right now. And so I just use the same concealer that I use to cover my birthmark. But it is quite thick, and so I might need to replace it with a different kind of concealer. And then I just take the extra that I have on my finger after I'm done hiding those imperfections, and I just kind of use the excess on other parts of my face. So now that I'm done with my concealer, I'm going to go in with my foundation. And I used to, in the old days, use my finger to apply my foundation as well. But I've since started using a beauty blender. These sponges work great for making sure the product gets deep into your pores without wiping off. And if you add some water to this sponge before you put your foundation on it and give it a good squeeze, a lot of the product will just stay on the outside of the sponge and not be absorbed in. So what I've been using for my foundation, which I really like, it's a new foundation that I discovered by Moira, and it's called the Complete Wear foundation. And this one is a weightless full coverage ultra long wear. It's in the shade Barely Beige, number 150. And so I'm just going to take some of this and put it on my beauty blender. And then I'm just going to dab that around my face. And I like to make sure that I use a lot of foundation on the left side of my face to cover the rest of my birthmark. And then once that's done, I'll add some more foundation and get the other side of my face. And because I wear such thick foundation and concealer, I like to keep my makeup a little bit natural looking because I am putting so much makeup on that I do a real gentle look for the rest of my makeup. I don't do an extreme eye look. I like to get in here and just kind of cover up the natural darkness that I have on my eyelids. And you always want to make sure that you're pressing into your skin and not wiping or smearing, because that will leave streak marks and it's not going to give you the best coverage possible. Okay, so I feel pretty happy with how my makeup is looking so far. Okay, and this is called the Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder. And it's not a translucent, it's got a tint to it. I just recently started using this powder and I like it a whole lot. I think it's a really great powder. One of the things I like about it, and I'm gonna show you. So I feel like because I'm wearing so much concealer and foundation, I need to really set it well so that it doesn't wipe off. And so one of the things I like about this powder is you can really get a lot of it on your brush, and I can do a nice, what other people probably consider baking their face. Face powder brush, just a regular powder brush. Doesn't have a special number on it or anything. I'm just gonna go through and make sure that my face is set really well. I tend to have a really oily T-zone area, so I like to make sure that I have plenty of powder in that area so that my foundation and concealer doesn't come off. Now let me show you again this Becca. The holes are really big here, so you can get a lot of your powder out. Sometimes it's hard for me to get the amount of powder out that I want when I use different brands. So I've been really happy with this powder brand, and I feel like it warms my skin tone up. It doesn't wash me out like some of the translucent powders do, but yet it doesn't create too much of a browning effect. So I just feel like this color powder works really well for my skin tone. And it doesn't, I don't think it has a number on it, so I can't tell you exactly what shade. After I'm done with that, I like to go ahead and go in with my blush. And so one of the blushes I found that I really like actually came in, I think it was an Ipsy sample bag. So the blush I like to use is by Tarte, and it's called their Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush. And this one is in the shade Party. And I just find it provides a nice rosy coloring to my cheeks, and it's very buildable. I find that it's very buildable, just adding a little color in there without going overboard. It gives me a natural rosy color. Okay. And because I have this lazy eye, I don't like to do big dramatic eye looks. I like to keep my eyes pretty simple and not draw attention to my lazy eye. I find that I'm not skilled enough at applying eyeshadow to balance out the eyes correctly. So I also just take the same color blush that I just used on my cheeks, and I just put a little bit on my lids to warm them up and just give them a little bit of color, but still keeping the look pretty natural. Okay, another thing I recently started doing is contouring my cheekbones and underneath my chin area to provide a more defined look. Now on this side, you can see that I already have kind of a brown here, so it makes applying my contour to this cheek region pretty easy to know where to apply it. And so I just kind of take the line there and drag it down and then pull it down to my lower cheek area here. So when I turn to the side, you know, it kind of gives a slimming effect there. The color I like to use for my contour is the Hoola bronzer by Benefit. And I just think it provides a nice warming tone here to my cheeks. Now, I've tried some other contours in the past and I felt like they just made my face look dirty. So this one has a pretty natural warming tone. And I'm just using the little brush that came in my Hoola box. And I'm not sure if I'm applying the contour the right way. It's just, this is the way, you know, I've been doing it. I'm not a professional makeup artist or anything by any means. And I have this double chin here, which I do not love. So I'm gonna put a little bit on there, and that just creates a shadow to hopefully minimize my my double chin. Okay, and now I'm gonna go in and do my eyebrows. So I'm a big fan of Benefit products. This one is the Goof Proof Brow Pencil, and on one end it's got the little, I don't know if you can see that. On one end, it's got the tip. And then on another end, on the other end, it's got the brush. And so I'm gonna go through here and just like to darken up the color a little bit on my brows. And I also like to extend the line down here just a tad, give it a finer point, because as you get closer to the end of the brow, the hair just kind of stops off. And I'll come back in here and give it a little bit more color. And I believe the color pencil I'm using is the number 3. And so you can see this one has a lighter brown tone that I find matches my hair color pretty well. Whereas the other one is kind of more of a, I don't know, maybe a brownish gray. So now I'm just gonna go in here and do the same thing to this side. And if you make a mistake, you can always just use your makeup wipes and wipe it off and start over again. Okay. And right now the trend is to have these nice, big, well-defined eyebrows. When I was growing up as a little girl, the trend was to have very thin, sparse eyebrows, so women would shave them off and just draw them in with an eyebrow pencil, and it looked kind of ridiculous. So I'm glad that trend is over. All right, so, oh, it's the wrong side. Okay, so now with the other side, this little spoolie, I'm just gonna kind of comb it through and shape it a little bit. And now that I'm sitting under this bright light, I'm seeing all the little hairs that I need to go in and pluck. Okay, so that's it for my eyebrows. The next step is going to be my Bad Gal Bang, also by Benefit. I recently discovered this product. I didn't want to purchase this originally because I thought that this was kind of a mediocre mascara wand. However, it came as part of a free gift collection, and when I tried it out, I thought this product was amazing. It literally makes my eyelashes look like I'm wearing fake eyelashes. So I'm a huge fan now, and I have given up my other mascara that I used to use, which was Better Than Sex by Too Faced. And so I already have pretty long eyelashes, but you're gonna be able to see the more I put on, the longer they get. And it's extremely, extremely buildable too. So you can actually go in here, let it dry, come back, and put even more mascara for more volume. But I don't want to do anything crazy. I think this is already really good. So you can see, oops, made a mistake. I got some mascara up there. Now you can see the before mascara and after mascara, and it makes a very big difference. So now I'm gonna go in and do this eye. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with this eyelash curler and just give them a little curl here on the ends, a little bit of an uplift. All right, so now that is done. And the last step now of my makeup look is I'm gonna go in and put on my lipstick. For this one, and I like to play around with a lot of different lip colors. I'm still trying to find the perfect shade for me. So today I'm gonna be using the Grande Lips Plumping Liquid Lipstick in the color Smoked Sherry. And so that's what that looks like. And that's the shade I'm gonna be using. And it's got a real fine point. So it's fairly easy to get it on. Just the right places. So that's it. That concludes my makeup look. The whole thing takes about 10-15 minutes to do. And if you guys have any tips or tricks you'd like to share with me, or any products that you think are amazing and I should try, please let me know in the comments down below. And as always, thank you for watching. Bye.